What's up, Orange Nation? Every great workout has to start with a great dynamic warm-up. We have 3 exercises, 1 minute each. We're going to go through those 2 rounds for a total of 6 minutes. You ready, Felix? All right, our first exercise is going to be the alternating bird dog. Get down into a tabletop position. Extend out one leg, the opposite arm extends out. Bring it back to your set position. Do the same thing on the other side. Reduce the range of motion for your option. The second exercise will be the plank walkout. So stand up, try to keep your legs nice and straight, walk out to a plank. Walk right back, stretching through the hamstrings and stand up. The option, bend the knees as you go into the walkout. Our third exercise will be the around the world lunge. You're gonna stay on one side for all 3 movements. Lunge forward, feet together, lunge to the side, feet together, lunge in reverse, and then we do the same exact thing on the other side. The option will be reducing the range of motion. Again, it's 1 minute each, 2 rounds, 6 minutes of work. Let's get warm, y'all.
Okie dokes, chokes. So again, we're going to alternate through those sides. So extend out right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Remember, we are holding the belly button in, reaching out, pressing through the heel, extending the back of the knee to the sky. Hey, Leah, technically we're alternating, so go ahead and switch sides because we're now at the halfway point. You're fine, 100% okay. I just didn't want you to get to the 60-second mark and be like, why the heck did I just do 1 minute of these? You could have done it on the other side the next time. It's fair as well. 5 seconds and we're taking it to that walkout. From here, tuck the toes underneath, plank it up, walk the hands back. Stand it up tall, squeeze the cheeks at the top. Hinge it over. How long can you keep that back flat without bending through those knees? Bending if we need to. Take those hands down to the ground, walk it into a plank. Find that set position in plank and walk it back. Try to keep your palms down as long as possible. Try to keep those legs as straight as possible. Waking up through the shoulder capsule as well as through those hamstrings. "15 seconds. We're going to go into those around the world lunges. If our knees are a little chatty today, we can always reduce that range of motion, or we can take it into a squat with a lateral lunge and switch it up. So again, front lunge isn't working for us. Take it to a squat, a lateral lunge, take it to the reverse, or find that squat again. It's just about waking up through those quadriceps, starting to heat them up, starting to get the heart rate up a little bit. We'll then alternate sides. I'm not gonna lie, my quads are still a little lit in those Bulgarian split squats. Oof. On that forward lunge, remember when we go to press back to our tall standing position, you're using the heel, not the big toe. We're going back to that alternating bird dog in 2, 1, down onto the ground. So make sure that as we bring those hands down that they're not starting to run forward. Make sure the back is flat. We talk about it a lot here in the basement, here in Orange Theory, about that set position. Even when we're on all fours, set as still, shoulders back and down, belly button tucked to the spine, tailbone pressing ever so slightly underneath. A little more than halfway through. No arch in the spine, just like we were laying on our back, doing our dead bugs. In 5, we're gonna take it to a plank. And plank it up. Walk it back. Make sure when we go all the way onto the plank, the palms are flat, fingers are spread wide, and we're engaging hands completely into the floor. Try to go ahead and press back with opposite arms. Try to walk out with the opposite hand. We just have a tendency to get really comfortable in doing one side or the other every time. Just want you guys to be aware of building balance within the body. More than halfway through. And do your legs feel more flexible? Those hamstrings get stretched out each and every time. In 5. And switch it up. Last but not least, guys, that around the world lunge. Step it forward, step it out, step it back. Again, those knees aren't okay with it today. You can always break out any part of those lunges with a squat. This is a big dynamic movement. We should be getting our heart rate going up a little bit. Maybe not thinking orange zone up, but at least thinking that low green. Getting the blood flowing is the way we prep the muscles for the exercises ahead. Block number 1 coming up in just about 5. 2, 1. Block number 1, 4 minutes long. We're going Tabata here. That means those 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery. So what's going to happen here? First exercise, jump squat, regular old jump squat. You know how to do it. Explode off those toes, drive towards the sky, 20 seconds of work. Not jumping today, you tip your toe instead. We then have an iso squat with toe tap. So think lateral step. Try not to bounce. Remember, balancing those cups of wine on your shoulders. We got 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery, 4 times through, reducing range of motion, reducing speed if we need to. Any questions, guys? 4 minutes of sweaty, go. Jump squats, let's bang it out. Boom, boom. There you go, there you go. So again, if jumping isn't working for us today, we can tippy-toe power it out instead. Even a little bit of lift off the ground. It's gonna get that heart rate up a little bit. Come on, 2, 1, and rest. We have 10 seconds. We're then gonna take it into an iso squat with toe tap. So iso squat just means we're gonna hold the squat down and we're gonna step it side to side, like our shoulders were under a pole. So imagine right over top of you, there's a bar, and you don't want to bump your head. Keep it low. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. You got 10 seconds, we're going to jump squat again. 2, 1, jump it up. So in this jump squats, we land soft on the ball of the foot, roll the weight back into the heels, sit back like there were a chair behind us, and then explode off the toes once more. In 3, 2, 1, take a breath. 10 seconds, and we're going to that toe step. So again, imagine you're at the playground, you're trying to duck under the parallel bars. Let's go. You really want to get that heart rate up? Tap it fast. Come on. Don't half tap it. All the way through. There you go, Jill. Nice, Bev. 2, 1, and rest. 10 seconds once more. We're going jump squat, guys. You are 2 rounds done. 2 rounds to go. Begin. Chest up and proud. Eyes out on the horizon. Halfway. 2, 1, and rest. 10 seconds. You guys should be breathing pretty hard at this point. If not, I want you to pick up that pace for that toe tap. 2, 1, begin. So again, we can make it big and make it a little more dynamic, but you got to keep in that squat. We can make it small, make it quick, but you better not let that head move at all. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We have one more round, guys, one more round. And then we're not doing these exercises anymore today. So make it the best, make it the most focused in 3, 2, 1, jump squats. Soft landing. Shouldn't be able to hear you. 5 seconds. Pick it up. And relax. Oh, calves are burning. 10 seconds. We're going toe tap. Last time. 2, 1. We go. Come on. Hold it low. Step it big. Drive, drive, drive. Come on, team. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo, woo, woo. And rest. 10 seconds. Awesome sauce, guys. Block number 2. 8 minutes work. Looks like we have 5 exercises. We're going legs, a little upper body mixed in for a total body block. Finish off with some core. 8 minutes, 5 exercises. Starting here with our alternating reverse lunge to a lateral raise. So step it back into your lunge, lift and lower while you're in that lunge, bring the feet together, step it back with the other leg. So 5 on each or 10 in toe-tao. We're then gonna take it into deadlift to an upright row. Hinge it over, stand it up tall, elbows fly higher than the wrists come towards the chin. Weight stay super close to the shins. Throw your booty back like you're trying to close the door behind you. After 10, we're gonna take it into alternating lateral lunge to bicep curl. Notice that we have double dumbbells. Step it out, bring one in between the legs, booty drops back, chest stays up, rotate those pinkies towards the armpits. After 10 in total, we're going into a full thruster. Turn the weights towards one another, drive through those heels, explode the weights all the way up to the sky. Drive and press. After we get through that 10th one, we're gonna take it down onto the ground into a crunch. This is how we get our total body, we hit some core. So 8 minutes here, we're repeating the 5 exercises until time is done. Any questions, friends? If you need me, wave me down. Otherwise, let's get to it in 3, 2, 1, begin. Alternating reverse lunge to lateral raise. So again, we raise at the bottom. While in that alternating lateral lunge, we're gonna curl at the top. That lateral raise doesn't have to be a super heavy weight. Remember, we're gonna be in an unbalanced position already. So we may have to lighten that load just to make sure we can keep secure through the lower half of the body. I'd rather you learn the form in the first round and increase the weight in the second round. So deadlift to upright row can get tricky in weight choice. Just because most of us can deadlift a heck of a lot more than we can upright row. So how do we make the deadlift challenging? We slow it down. Take it slow. 3, 2, 1. Pause at the bottom, pull the belly button flat to the spine, and then exhale all the air out as we come up. Nice job, friends. Keep moving, keep grooving. Eight minutes total in the block and 3 minutes are already down. Nice on that alternating lateral lunge. There you go, Leo, on those thrusters. Remember, we're using the legs to get the weights to the sky. We should be able to pick up something a little bit heavier than we could shoulder press because it's the drive through the hips. Sit it way back into those heels. Nice, Anne. 20 of those crunches. It's not a super huge move, but it can be a super effective one. Just move with control. A little more than halfway through the block. Let's move for a goal of 2 rounds. Got 2.5 minutes left in block number 2. Nice job, guys. Set a little lower body. Let me rephrase that. A little upper body peppered in with that lower body. It's when we move those big muscles that the heart rate goes up. That's why we can get the heart rate up, even with these lateral raises. "90 seconds, guys. Just 90 seconds left." Remember that deadlift? Make sure you're keeping those armpits closed. The arms aren't dangling out in front of you. In that full thruster, that belly button better be glued to the spine when you drive it up to the sky. You're pushing so much air out of your lungs, using your diaphragm to help you stand up. 45 seconds. That crunch, pause at the top. Take that big squeeze and hold it in. 30 seconds. Come on, guys, you got this. Coming on 15 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Shut it down. Let's finish up those reps on the other side and balance out if we need to. While we talk here about block number 3. Another 8 minutes, 4 exercises. So this block is like, well, short of having snatches in it, this is like my favorite block of all time. I'm not going to lie. So we're doing half get-ups. You know how I feel about them. You come to the elbow, you come to the palm, back down to the elbow, back down to the ground. Why does this make me really happy? Because the next exercise is kind of like the top part of it. I don't want to say the second half because there's a piece in between, but kneeling overhead to stand. This is the upper part of that get up. So when we do our full get ups, eventually we're now working towards that. So if your knee doesn't go all the way down to the ground, that's fine, but you better keep your bicep glued to your ear. If we need to, bend the elbow for that shoulder. We're then going wood chopper, rotating right to left, down by the right hip, up to the left shoulder. 10 reps one side. We're then going to go back and do all 3 exercises on the other side. And then we'll come to the swimmers. So everything will be on the right, everything will be on the left, and then we'll go to the swimmers. Understand? If you guys have questions, feel free to wave me down at any point. You can yell at me over the mic. 20 swimmers lifting and lowering. If we want to do them quick, so be it. 8 minutes of fun. Grab that weight. So I'm going to talk you through that first one. Put the weight in your right or in your left. Where is she on the ground? Put the weight in your right hand. Go ahead and put that left elbow at a 45-degree angle. Line the thumb up with the left hip. We're going to go ahead and come up to that left elbow, come up to that left palm, then back down to the ground using control. The weight appropriate is kind of where we feel like that right leg wants to lift up off the ground. After you get through 10, we'll go ahead and take it into an extended lunge. So again, a half get up is not a sit up. It is using that arm to help us. I think my computer just told me today is the summer solstice, but I'm not 100% sure. So again, get all 10 done and then stand it up, keeping the weight in the right arm. We're going to step back with that right leg and stand it up. We need to adjust up the weight, so be it. Telling you, if that wood chopper, oh, it was telling me that tomorrow is Father's Day. That wood chopper, if it were a snatch, man, this would be like Coach Mill's favorite block in the world to teach. So think about using that core tight, tight, tight through all of these moves. In that wood chopper, just make sure we're pivoting. Make sure we're using those internal and external obliques. There you go. Oh, Zoe, so helpful, so helpful. Remember, guys, keep your eyes on the weight so that we keep the weight pointing up to the sky. There you go, Jill, nice. You got this, Bev. Beautiful, Amanda, beautiful. If at any point you want me to watch you move through your half get up, or you want me to talk you through it again? Just hit the space bar on your computer if you're using a laptop. I don't know what it is on your phone. Maybe if you swipe all the way left. See that tap way? So again, if it's too much on that shoulder, we can always take the weight down onto the shoulder, or we can let go of the weight completely and just keep the arm extended to the sky, working on that same concept. Keep your tailbone tucked under the whole time on that lunge back. We're not reaching back and arching like Beyonce, but think about squeezing belly button in, tailbone tucks underneath. Squeeze it up and in, team. So instead of thinking wood chopper, remember, think golf swing. Once you get through on both sides, then you'll take it into that swimmer, whether you're moving quick, whether you're moving slow. It's up to you and your body. You got about 2 minutes or just a quarter of the block to go. Then we only have one more block. And time is flying by today. You know, since you're in the basement or the living room or wherever it is, if you want to try to put that piece together just for funsies, you're always welcome to do so. I will talk you through it while I do it myself. You're welcome to follow along. Weights in the right hand, elbows bent at a 45-degree angle, left thumb lines up with that left hip. Extending out through the right leg, the left leg is bent. We come up onto that left elbow, come up onto the left hip, press, or onto the left hand. Pressing through the left hand, sorry, left leg is straight. Pressing through the left hand and the right heel, we swing the left leg underneath, bring it up into a kneeling lunge. Step it all the way tall. We're now going to step back with that left foot, drop it into the lunge. Left hand to the ground, eyes on the weight. Kick the left leg through, all the way down. If you want to try it on the other side, weights in the left hand. The right elbow is at a 90-degree angle, or 45. The right thumb lines up with the hip. You're going to go ahead and bend the left knee, extend it straight through the right arm. Right leg, I can't even use words. I should stop trying to talk you guys through it. Come up to that elbow, come up to the palm, press through the hand, lift the hip, knee and foot drag underneath. Stand up tall. Eyes are still on the weight. Down to that lunge, hand to the ground. Kick it all the way out and all the way through. If you want to play with that full, if you want to keep moving, proving wherever you are, we got just about 10 seconds. Nice job. We're coming up to the last block. Guys, I know I didn't warn you of this block coming. I'm sorry. We'll just go with that. I'm sorry, 8.5 minutes. We got 3 exercises, 2 rounds through. First round going to be 1 minute, 30 seconds of recovery, 3 exercises. So let's go ahead. If they're not talking about the exercise for a while, you know what's coming. We're going to start here with a burpee. Not a full burpee. So jump it out, jump it in, jump it up, no push up. That's what we're noticing. If we need to, we step it out instead, reducing that range of motion, coming up on those tippy toes. We'll have 30 seconds to rest. And then what are we gonna do? Well, of course, we're gonna do a full burpee. So we're gonna add that push up in. We'll now take it out into that plank position, drop it down, press it up and bring it in. If we need to, knees come down to the ground. We find less of a jump, we find a step, whatever we need to do to adjust it up. So he's got something sitting next to him. So of course we're gonna do something else, right? Why the heck wouldn't we? Round number 3, we got a burpee to a press, because of course, we're gonna grab onto one object, 2 medium weights, something we can go dumbbells or something you can put your hands down on the other side of, jump it out into a plank, bring the feet in, all the way up, all the way down. Think ground to press with a med ball if we were doing a 3G. Like if you were right in front of the rowers, that same kind of concept. Once we get through 1 minute, we're gonna have 30 seconds of rest and then we'll do it again. So burpees will get bigger, burpees will get brighter. The form might get a little bit cleaner as we move a little bit slower. Any questions, team? Let's go. Burpees, no push up, legs out, legs in, jump to the sky. If we need to, we can step it. If you want to, you can put your hands on something to reduce that range of motion. This is it, last block, guys. Our goal is to move a steady minute while challenging ourselves, but being in control. So here's the deal, we're halfway through. Can you keep up this pace for another 30 seconds? Flatten your back, plank it out. $15. Hit 5. 2. 1. So we're gonna take 30 seconds of rest. Then we're gonna move into a full burpee. So now that we're adding the push-up, we're gonna get fewer repetitions. So it's the challenge of the exercise that's gonna bring our heart rate up as opposed to the pacing. So when you do that push-up, make it with control, make it beautiful form, and then explode through the burpee. In 3, 2, 1, full burpees out of that push-up. We need to, again, knees are always an appropriate choice. Maybe we want to challenge ourselves by going 1 kneeling push-up, 1 full push-up. Or maybe we even bring 1 knee down and work here on strengthening on the in-between. There you go, team, there you go. Keep it up, we got just 15 seconds and then we'll rest again. We rest during the rest, not during the work. 10. In 3, 2, 1, and pause. So make sure we have our 1 heavy object, I guess 1 medium object, somewhere nearby so that we can do that next move. Okie dokes, guys, you know what to do. In 3, 2, 1, burpee to press. 1 minute of work. So fun, whatever you got. Use that power all the way through. Think ground to press with a burpee in between. Come on, that's halfway. 5 seconds. And rest. Holy cannolis. Okie dokes. Little mental pat in the back, little air high fives. 30 seconds and we'll do it again. Just 3 minutes of work left in your workout today. Ain't nothing, team. We started at the bottom. There's burpees and no push-up. We'll build our endurance as time goes on. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on, team. Halfway, don't you stop. We need to, we step it, we reduce that intensity. But don't you wait. For 1 minute before this transitions. The point of the burpee is up and down, right into it. 15 seconds. I know, I'm breathless too, but we're gonna finish together. 5. Rest. 30 seconds. Ooh. Big deep breaths. 15. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're gonna add that push up. We're gonna work those pecs. In 3, 2, 1, begin. So again, lots of options on that push up. Whether we need to go both knees, whether we go one knee, whether we put those hands on a couch or on a bench and work from here. Whatever you guys want to do to find yourself challenged. Whatever you have physically in that tank, not mentally, because your brain lies. Your body can do a heck of a lot more than your brain wants it to. We just keep digging. "15 seconds. Come on. Let's go, burpees. Let's go. In 2, 1. Let them go. 90 seconds left in class. Wow, 90 seconds left. Hard work. Flexibility is a different kind of hard. 15 seconds to shake it out. You make the decision. How are you going to finish today's workout? You going to finish strong with a big old smile on your face? I bet you are. Let's get uncomfortable, guys, in 3, 2, 1. All out. Remember, on that grounded press, we don't want to hunch ourselves over. To pick up that weight, you have to drop the booty down. If we're having trouble with that range of motion, do a little deadlift and then drop the hips. Come on, guys, there's 20 seconds left. If you're on that treadmill, you'd be pressing buttons. You'd be speeding up. You know what you'd be doing? You'd be feeling like a badass. Let's go. 5 seconds. And done. Ooh. Holy Toledo. Take a breath. Take a moment. Oh, look, it's the footy high fives. So here's the deal. I'm gonna stop the share. We're gonna get flexible. So Let's catch our breath a little bit. A couple of big, deep ones. Inhale, circle sweep arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive it all the way down. Once that body's as low, it's gonna go. Tuck the chin, roll it up. Inhale as we reach. Exhale as we dive. Last one, tuck it in, roll it up. And fold it forward. Let the hands come to the back of the thighs, the back of the shins, the back of the heels. Let the upper body hang heavy. Tuck the chin to the chest. Let everything sink forward into the balls of the feet. One vertebrae at a time, we're gonna roll it all the way up. When we reach the top, roll the shoulders back and down, place the hands on the hips. Left foot's gonna step forward about 2 feet, no more than say 3 feet ahead. We're gonna make sure those feet are facing in the same direction like we were on railroad ties. Put those arms out like we were getting ready to grab the rower handle. We're gonna hinge it forward. There's gonna be a point where your hips start to flare open and your left hamstring says no more. That's fine, hands go to thigh, to shin, fingers to the foot or to the floor. So now let's take an inventory, a couple of things. Feet still facing the same direction, running parallel. Making sure that the left knee is strong and straight but not locked. Press the left hip back. Squeeze the right hip forward. Think about taking your sternum to your shin or the middle of your breastbone to the middle of your leg. Tuck the chin ever so slightly so we're not reaching out through the chin, but instead reaching out through the top of the head, like there were a magnet pulling us to our shoelaces. Bend the left knee softly and bring it all the way up tall. Hands to the hips, left foot back, right foot forward. Arms come out again, parallel, shift, and fold. Hands to thigh to shin, fingers to the foot or to the floor. Feet are running parallel. The weight is evenly distributed through the right heel and the left big toe. We then flatten out the right baby toe and the left heel. Squeeze the left hip forward and press the right hip back by stippering up between the thighs. Pull your belly button to the spine. Tuck the chin to the chest. Reach through the sternum. Reach through the middle of your breastbone, like someone were pulling you forward by your sports bra, as opposed to pulling you by the underside of your chin. Crown of the head reaches towards the shoelaces. The hamstring sings a whole different tune. Bend the right knee ever so slightly. Go ahead and roll it all the way up. Step that right foot back. Go ahead and find balance on that left foot and squeeze the right heel towards the high knee. Get a good quad stretch. Think about pressing through the hips. So one of the things that's going to change when we do go back to Orange Theory is that flexibility is no longer going to be on the floor. All flexibility will be standing. Go ahead and release it out and switch it up. That way that we're not putting our hands or our bodies on the floor. We will be sanitizing the bottom of shoes as you guys come into the studio so that we're not bringing germs on the floor. And you're welcome, like Leah, you're welcome to continue to bring a towel all the time, but just be aware that when we get into flexibility, we will be doing a lot more standing flexibility. Go ahead and release it out. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, interlace the fingers, open the palms towards the sky. Big breath in. You guys are going opposite of me. Let's fold it to the right. Doesn't mean we won't continue to do flexibility here on the floor, just putting it out there to the universe. Inhale it up and take it to the other side. So again, press the hips away from the hands, keeping the head balanced between the biceps. We're not dropping the head as much as we're moving the entire side body. You should feel the opening in each and every rib. Ooh, bring it up tall. Release it out one more time. We're going to inhale, circle, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, swan dive it all the way down. Chin to the chest. Roll it all the way up. Dropping your shoulders down deep, deep in your back pockets. Round of applause for yourself. Round of applause for your neighbors.